All right, everybody, how is it going? It is Tuesday, November 20th, 2018, and we have some NFL picks to go over for Week 12. So let's just jump right into our Week 12 NFL Pick'em video. And we have, of course, as first, we have the bye weeks for Week 12. There's only two, as I believe these are the last two left. We have the Los Angeles Rams and the Kansas City Chiefs. So after their incredible performance last night on Monday Night Football, they get the week off. So if you have any of these players on your fantasy teams, which I know you do, make sure you find some replacements for the week, and hopefully you still do kind of good this week without Gurley, Goff, Mahomes, Hill, Hunt, just to name a few possible fantasy studs you might have. I doubt you're too worried about the defenses being gone. Anyway, let's go ahead and go over the Thanksgiving Day games. We have three of them. Up first at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have the Lions hosting the Chicago Bears. This is actually my upset pick of the week. I know it's a bit far-fetched to think, but this is the third game the Bears have played in just 12 days. They're on the road. They just played a pretty big game in against Minnesota. Um, and the Lions, they played the Panthers really well. They actually had an identity. So if that same team shows up, and they're gonna have Darius Slay, which was a big component in the reason why the Bears won so handily. They had no defense for the Lions, so I'm liking the Lions in this game at home, 27 to 24. It's my upset pick of the week, so you can kind of just whatever. I don't really have to explain it that hard. And then we have the 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time game. We have the Washington Redskins and the Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys are of course hosting. I like the Cowboys in this game simply because of the quarterback situation with the Redskins. Prayers up to Alex Smith. Hopefully everything is a speedy recovery with that nasty tibia, fibia, and whatever break. And I just don't think Colt McCoy is going to go into Dallas and win. And if he doesn't do well, Mark Sanchez isn't going to come in and mop the work up any better. And the Cowboys have, that great running game. Dak's playing a little bit better with the addition of Cooper. So I kind of like the Cowboys winning this game, 24 to 14, and that's probably going to be the Cowboys going to first place in the NFC East. I think, yeah, that's how that'll end. So yeah, I like the Cowboys over the Redskins. And then of course, 8:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have the Saints hosting the Falcons. Um, the Saints are going to win 42 to 27, probably more. They'll probably score more than that, and the Falcons will score less. But this is just what I think the score will be. Of course, the Saints are 9-1 and the best team in the NFC because they hold that win over the Los Angeles Rams. So, I mean, this is pretty well goddamn just like the Falcons can't win on the road, and they're playing the Saints. I mean, New Orleans easy win. All right, now let's go to Sunday where we have the rest of the games except for Monday, of course. But anyway, 1 p.m. games. We have the Oakland Raiders heading into Baltimore to take on Lamar Jackson and the Ravens. Um, I just, I mean, it's the Raiders. They have some crappy wins over some crappy teams this year. Like, okay, who cares? The Ravens look good with Lamar Jackson. He looked all right. He ran a little too much in his NFL debut. That's all right though. They'll get that kind of contained and have him throw a little more. I like the Ravens winning this game, 33 to 17. Whatever, I guess. Ravens got to win to stay relevant and maybe chase a playoff spot in the wild card. So, pretty big game. They're gonna win pretty handily. And then we have kind of a horrible matchup, to be honest. One of the many irrelevant games of the week with the Jacksonville Jaguars heading into Buffalo anyway. Normally you like teams at home off a bye week, but when you're as bad as the Buffalo Bills, whatever. And I mean, the Steelers did only score 20 against the Jaguars, so I mean, the Jags do have a great defense. I'll be surprised if the Bills actually score, but I like the Jaguars winning this game 21 to 12. And yeah, it's going to be pretty handy win. The running game for the Jaguars will go right over the Bills. Yeah. At least the Bills have a couple wins. They have three. Not too bad, I guess. And then another game that some people probably see as an easy win for the Panthers. I actually have it going for the Seahawks as the Seahawks head to Carolina to play the Panthers. I actually like the Seahawks 24 to 21. I think the running game for the Seahawks will carry them in this game. I think Wilson will go for about almost 300 yards. They'll do their typical offensive thing, but I also really don't like the way the Panthers have been playing. They struggled on the road really hard against the Steelers, and then they weren't able to beat the Lions of all teams, and I'm a big Lions fan. So, like, I was shocked at how bad they did. I don't know. It's just the Panthers aren't really playing super inspired football lately. They look lazy and tired. is a way to describe it from what I've been watching. I mean, Newton played well, but there were times he just didn't look like he had it. The offense stalled out a lot. So is that a credit to Detroit's defense or and the Pittsburgh defense, or is it the Panthers are playing lazy football? We'll see at how after this game. They also suck on the road, so that's probably part of it. But I like the Seahawks 24 to 21. And then of course we have another game that really doesn't matter for anything in the NFL other than pride for the Bengals or Browns. It's a good rivalry matchup. I like the Bengals because they're at home. That's the only reason I'm picking the Bengals to win. Um, if it was Cleveland or if it was Cincinnati at Cleveland, I'd go with Cleveland, but I'm going to go ahead and go with the Bengals because they're at home, 27 to 20, and then we'll go on to some more 1 p.m. games that we have for the week. We have the Patriots heading into the Jets to play. I don't know. I don't even know if the quarterback for the Jets is going to be starting. Their guy they drafted, Sam Darnold, or it's going to be McCown. It doesn't really matter. I like the Patriots winning this game, 38 to 20. Patriots coming off a bye week generally don't lose. They're a really hard team to beat when they're going to be this prepared for the Jets. Doesn't matter. It's at home for the Jets. It's just going to be a beating. Because the Patriots also have to win now to like not go into third place and get this wild card bye. Like to get a bye for the first round of the playoffs, they kind of have to keep winning. So I like them to do that. Anyway, um, excuse me. Anyway, now we have the New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles are hosting the Giants in this game, but I don't think that really matters. The Eagles are struggling on offense, on all facets. They have no chemistry. They're sort of in a Super Bowl hangover all season. Um, and the Giants are playing red hot football. They've beaten the last couple teams pretty handily, and they're playing inspired. The offense has been motivated. They're blocking for Eli better. They're connecting. Eli and his receivers have a bit of chemistry now. Saquon's playing well within the offense, of course, all season. So I like the Giants edging this one out just barely. Might even be an overtime type game. 31 to 28 over the Eagles to put them both at 4 and 7. Very interesting turnaround so far for the Giants. Maybe they will run the table like Odell Beckham Jr. said. I'm finally going to start paying some respect to the Giants. I said I would after if they beat Tampa Bay. Here you guys go. Here's your respect. You earned it. And now we have the San Francisco 49ers traveling to Tampa Bay. This is a pretty self-explanatory game in my opinion. I mean, the both teams are goddamn irrelevant and terrible. Like this is a battle of irrelevancy in the NFC edition. We had the AFC edition between I for fucking got who, but it doesn't really matter. So anyway, the 49ers will probably lose 17 to 30. I like Jameis Winston starting at home. Um, and I just the 49ers are really bad, especially probably their only two wins are against the I don't know. They beat the Lions and somebody else. I don't remember. I can't recall who. I think it was the Giants. No, it wasn't. I don't even know, but 49ers are terrible. I like Tampa Bay even though they are struggling on whatever. They just turn the ball over a lot. All right, let's go ahead and go on to the Sunday 4 o'clock games. We have the Arizona Cardinals heading to Los Angeles. Of course, the Chargers are going to win. They're at home. They're going to be a little upset after that game against the Broncos, in which they lost on a like game-ending field goal. The Cardinals aren't good at all. They've only beaten the 49ers twice this year, so it's just one of those things. They'll probably only win 2 games. They're not going to beat the Chargers at in LA, so give me the Chargers 30, Cardinals 17, and that's being nice. And then the Colts have won my respect. Andrew Luck is being blocked for once. They have a decent running game, and Andrew Luck is playing as Andrew Luck does, like a beast. I like them beating the Miami Dolphins at home, 38 to 28. I know the Dolphins are coming off a bye, but it's the Colts at home against the Dolphins, who look pretty shitty. Tannehill should be back, so that should add a little bit, but whatever. The Dolphins stink, and they always do. They're the most overrated, hyped up team, and then something happens. Very thin team too. Like that's the biggest problem with the Dolphins. They have a decent starting core, but like the backups are trash, like utter trash. So that's a sign that the team isn't that good. They just spent some money on some expensive toys that broke, and now they're trash. Boo hoo. Sorry, Miami fans. You'll finish second in the AFC East probably this year. That's a good year. Hell yeah. And then we have the Pittsburgh Steelers heading into Denver to play the Broncos. The Broncos are sort of a bipolar team. They're not that good on offense. Their defense is incredible. but the Steelers are just they just scored 20 points in like 10 minutes against the Jaguars without even like it didn't look hard for them to do that. To that little comeback win by the Steelers at the end. I believe they scored 10 points in like 2 minutes. It's some wild shit what the Steelers offense is capable of doing if it really wants to win. I think they're going to come out here and flex their muscle a little bit against the Broncos in Denver. I like the Steelers winning 35 to 24. I like the Denver defense, but their offense is just not working. I don't know what it is because they show signs of being absolutely brilliant. Keenum's a big play quarterback. He only makes big plays. The small stuff kind of goes by the wayside. They live and die by the home run or the big play. So it is what it is. Your offense is going to miss. They're pretty young with the running back situation. So we'll see the Broncos get better, but it's a little too late this year. They'll finish with the respectable record, but whatever, probably 8-8. All right, let's go ahead, and that's the end of the Sunday 4 p.m. games. Let's go to Sunday night. Oh boy, my favorite team, the Green Bay Packers. Oh shit, do they suck right now? They can't win on the road, so they're gonna lose this fucking game. Mike McCarthy will probably be fired because he's gonna be the scapegoat for his quarterback playing inadequately this year. Um, something has to give, and they're not gonna blame it on Aaron Rodgers because he throws lots of touchdowns against shitty teams in garbage time. So he's whatever. He also doesn't throw lots of picks, so that's he should not be the one to blame, just the coaching staff. All right, whatever. Um, I like the Vikings winning this game 24 to 20 because the Packers just can't win on the road. Um, Vikings are going to be hungrier. I think the Vikings want this more because of the fact now they're a game or so behind the Bears in the division. The Lions are starting to come up in the division a little bit. If they lose this game, the Lions are a game behind them for second place. You really can't have that in Minnesota right now. So, the Vikings are going to be playing a little bit harder. Aaron Rodgers doesn't win on the road, hasn't in his career, doesn't really beat 500 teams. He's under 500. He's well under 500 in terms of win-losses against winning teams. And on the road, he's got a terrible career road record. So yeah, this is just not going to be Green Bay's game. Their offense is stalling. They struggle at times. Whatever. And their defense is young and it's going to get picked apart by the Andy Dalton of the NFC and Kirk Cousins. That's what you guys got. He doesn't play good on a big stage, but either does Aaron Rodgers if it's on the road. So I like the Vikings 24 to 20 over the struggling Packers. We'll probably see Mike McCarthy get fired after this game or after the season, but this will probably be the game that cements that. We'll probably hear of all the official reports after this one. The end of the Green Bay dynasty is probably here, folks, unless they go and get some kind of offensive fucking genius, which they probably will. And then they're going to add in jumbo packages, add some motions in. We'll see what the Packers do with the new coaching staff, but this year's over. If you're a Packers fan, you're probably going to finish dead last in the NFC North. Um, yeah, that's just what it is. You guys, it's over this year. Your team stinks. You're really beatable. The book is out on how to beat Aaron Rodgers. Just don't let him move around that much. And when people do that, they beat the hell right out of him. And this year, it doesn't even matter if he does that, which is great because his whole team stinks. And they fumble the ball on kickoffs or running it. They can't stop people on defense. It's a great team to watch. Or if that doesn't fuck them up, their coaching staff loses the game somehow. Whatever. All right, I hate the Packers if you can't tell. Sorry for the long diatribe. Again, I like the Vikings 24 to 20. And then the final game, of course, we have the Texans hosting the Titans in kind of a stinker of a Monday Night Football game. It is a division rivalry, so there is that going for it, but I don't like the Titans. I really am sick of the scuffed Patriots making me think. Because, here's how it goes. I pick them to win, then they get the shit kicked out of them. I pick them to lose. They destroy somebody. It's been like that all year with me with the Titans. So now I'm just going to pick them to just do average. But I think the Texans are going to win 31 to 17. One of the hottest teams in football. They've won 7 straight. Hopkins has caught a touchdown in every game for 5 straight. Watson's playing extremely well again. Finally over that fear in his knee, getting hurt again, which is great to see. I'm a big fan of his. I like the Texans. I'm not a fan of the Texans. They're just a fun team to be good. J.J. Watt's playing healthy. You gotta love that. So that's good. I like the Texans winning at home too. That's a big factor as well. And yeah, 8-3. I could see them coming to after this game. And of course, my 2018 NFL season pick'em record isn't that great. 55 winning percentage or something like that. 89, 67, and 2. Hopefully this week I improve on that and get pretty close to 100, or well, somewhere into the 90s, pretty far. I hope I get there anyway. We'll see how I do. I picked a little bit better this week. I was able to do a little bit more researching because I finally have internet again. That was nice. So I've been streaming the last few nights all the football games that I can. I hope you've enjoyed those. Thank you guys so much for liking the last video, for watching it so much, for subscribing to the channel when you do. I really appreciate it. Speaking of all that, if you like this video, please leave a like on it. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Also, down in the comments, let me know of your picks. Let me know how you what you think of my picks. Anything you think about the video, what you think about me, leave it in the comment. I'll reply to it. If you can check my past videos, I reply to every comment. I like them. I leave a heart. I give you the attention you want. So let me know your picks. Let me know anything about the NFL or whatever. Just leave it in the comment section. And thank you for watching it. Thank you for listening to this DrTV presentation. I'm Rob. I'll see you next time. Have a great day. And good luck on your picks. Bye.